Talk to you about tipping while traveling. So you can read it all, but I know some people don't read, so that's why I'm doing this, little video here. You know, I'm the type of person who I like using credit cards because it's easy, and cash may be king, but it's also a pain in the neck, and you don't get the reward. So be it. But I do know, and Colleen knows as well, that there are times when you need cash, and especially when you travel. Now whether or not you need cash in American currency or in a foreign currency, that depends. My recommendation is do both, of course. So here's some tips. Most of these are from Colleen. First is pre-plan for as many tips as you can think of. Go through your trip and think, where am I going to have to tip? If I'm going to park my car at a parking lot and take a shuttle there, maybe I should tip the driver. When I get bags, and have somebody handle my bags, I'll tip them. Tip. Um, Always exchange a little money, like I said. Have some euros. Like I always have euros with me. And obviously cash as well. Also, it's good to do some research and go, what kind of tipping do they do in this country? I mean, some countries they don't do tipping at all, so you just want to check that. Also, check all your bills as well, because sometimes automatic tips are added, and then you tip over the tip. So it's complicated. Now, a lot of times we're used to Uber and Lyft in this country. Depending on where you go, Uber and Lyft might not be encouraged, and there might be people doing it on the side, etc. So it's very difficult. But if you can if you can the app, then of course you can do that. Typically, if they're transportation related, you want to do that. Hotel, it's always good to tip people. The concierge, housekeeping, bellhops, dining, etc. But again, check the policy, and you can read the specifics there in the thing. Now, tipping on cruises. This can be a little complicated because it depends on the cruise line. Most now offer a prepaid gratuity that gets added to your bill automatically at the start of the cruise. So this mainly covers all the people who are taking care of you, who aren't necessarily cruise workers of the cruise line. They're actually independent contractors, etc., who work for whoever or themselves, and those tips and gratuities pay for them. If you order a drink from the bar, etc., and even with the drink package, you're going to probably see gratuity added on there as well. If you go to the spa, porters, room service, etc., again, you're going to look at the tipping thing, and each cruise line has a different thing. Now, tours and excursions can be complicated because you might go on a cruise or a tour excursion. Let's say you're going in Europe, and there might be some Europeans, there might be Australians, might be some Americans, and if you look at what other people are doing, you may not tip, or you may tip too much, etc. So it's generally a good idea if you take an excursion, give a tip. A lot of times these people are doing this part-time, and they rely on the tip money to do it. The drivers, again, it all depends on what you want to do. If the driver did above and beyond and also functions as a kind of a tour guide as he's driving, then do that. But in summary, I mean, basically prepare for tipping. It's always good to have cash when you travel. It's always good to have, if you're going to Europe, euros when you're traveling, etc., or whatever currency in that country, because you never know what can happen, right? Just tip. Like I said earlier, cash is king, and it's always good to have some cash around with you. So that's it. Have a good day.